If this is the first time you've done a custom home, and the reality is most of the time we really only do one custom home in our lifetime, you might be wondering how many design professionals are involved in the process at any given time. If we list them out, the list can be somewhat daunting because you have your decorators, you have your interior designers, interior architects, lighting consultants, sound consultants, engineers, structural engineer, geotech engineer, a civil engineer, architects, home designers, landscape architects. Who, where, how, what do we bring on, and when do we bring on who we bring on? It really becomes, someone has to be the director of the orchestra. In the end, that's going to be you. You're the patron. But you have to have someone who can help extract from you the essence of what you want, and then turn that and communicate that to everyone. And so these meetings become a collaborative effort. What we're looking at is budget, first off, is what is your design budget? What's your overall budget? The higher your budget, the more people you want involved, because it'll be a more successful project. The lower your budget, you might not be able to afford everyone, and that's totally fine. You just want to find someone with the broadest skill set. Because if you look at all of those people I just laid out on a spectrum, it really boils down to the really technical side to the very intuitive, creative side. Technical side being engineers. They do the structural engineering, make sure the house stands up. And you can hire a structural engineer and they can design a house for you and get it built. Some of them can do that successfully. Most of the time, they're not very creative houses. And so if you do that route, you got to know exactly what you're going for, and hopefully you can get it. You're going to have to spend a lot of time in the management. Because in the end, really what you're paying for is just a trade-off of time for money and overall value that gets embedded into your project because of the expertise that these people are bringing to the table. Right next to that on the spectrum is the architect. The architect kind of has to put his foot in the technical realm in order to have a general understanding of what they do. However, what we do not do and are not qualified to do is check their calculations. We don't want anything to do with that. We're going to let them make sure the building stands up. What we want to do is make sure it creatively stands up. And so in terms of coordinating structure and architecture, really what we're concerned about is making sure the opening sizes are correct, making sure posts are in the right locations and beams are the right sizes so we can, the structure doesn't interfere with the overall visual ends we're trying to achieve. Other side of the spectrum from the technical side is the real creative, intuitive side, which I would just say is an interior decorator, looking at the soft stuff, the stuff that is our tangible experience with the architecture that we absolutely love. Having one that really is connected to your style is really important. Interior designers typically will also be interior decorators, but interior decorators are not necessarily always interior designers. And what we mean by interior designers is those who can also proficiently do the technical drawings, which is all the interior elevations and the cabinet drawings and all those things and what those look at. And they are the ones who really make our buildings livable, in all honesty. And so architects kind of span from this technical side all the way to the creative side. I bring interior designers, fabulous. I absolutely love them because I recognize that they have talents that I do not have. And they help me with my designs. And so the synergy that we get when we bring on the right team to execute your project is absolutely critical. And what you want to do is make sure that you have people on your team that have executed projects similar to your taste, and that is the best way to ensure success.